from afar.
We present the Worcester Theatre Company in Anzacs over England by David Goodland.
To save mankind yourselves you scorn to save. Splendid you must the great surrender make into the life that never...
10 years ago. Oh, it don't seem that long. There was a war on. 4 years we'd had of it, and still it was going strong. They needed aeroplane pilots badly. Oh, that's why the diggers came to Stroud, and that's how so many of them got killed. These were the boys as never went home.
There was a war on. I stopped a bullet at Gallipoli and a piece of shrapnel on the Somme. I joined the Australian Flying Corps. With 6 months training in England, I thought it would be a safer bet. How wrong can you be?
The papers called him the bronzed gods from down under. My dad called him a bloody nuisance.
All right! You can stand easy. Boys, you look like you slept with the chooks last night. Smarten yourselves up, will you? You can look as untidy as you like when you get back home, but while you're in Pommy land, don't let me see you letting the side down, understood? We may be inferior in some people's eyes, but we're stronger, fitter, and a darn sight healthier than the poor bastards out there at the moment. In case you didn't know, there's a war on. We need pilots like yesterday. This training wing of ours is the envy of the Royal Flying Corps and a headache to the War Ministry in Whitehall. That's because it is entirely 100% Australian, and I'm proud of that. Now listen carefully. An aeroplane is like a woman. Neglect her and she'll never forgive you. Show her who's boss and she'll eat out of your hand. So when it's your turn to get up there, make sure you're not grogged up from the night before. And while we're on the subject, we've had some complaints. Go easy, boys. These country girls may be reluctant to engage in social intercourse till they know what nice lads you really are. Now, I'm relying on you to behave like proper gentlemen. And if you do have any down-under problems, see the MO immediately. For Christ's sake, don't wait till your old fella drops off. That fag will burn a hole in your pocket if you don't take it out, son.
I started my training under the command of Colonel Watt in the Cotswold Hills, a brass monkey little place called Minchinhampton. The first time I saw Annie, I was practicing turns over the common. I did a dive bomb to shake her up a bit. We used to do that sort of stunt, just for a laugh.
I'd never seen an airplane before, let alone a bright red one that looks it's gonna land on me. Scared? I nearly wet myself. He was shouting at me. I didn't understand a word of it. I screamed at him, "Throw all you Australians as you think you own the country!" Then he disappeared over the manor.
The next day, there she was at a fundraising exhibition in Stroud.
Now, I dare say you've all heard of the Anzacs, yes? That's the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps.
Thank you very much.
Not only have these brave chaps served with honour on the battlefield, who hasn't heard of the Anzacs in Gallipoli? Enough said. But as a cavalry in the air, they have proved themselves almost as efficient as our own Royal Flying Corps. And that is why Stroud district has been invaded by all these diggers from down under.
Yeah, send the buggers all.
There is a war on, after all. Now, I'm told their whole expert horseman comes from living in the bushes, I suppose. but it is these qualities of hand and foot coordination, ladies and gentlemen, that make our friends here
doing anything tonight?
Trainee pilots. Now,
Dear Mr. and Mrs. Stevens, it is with the deepest sense of regret... Oh, do yourself a favour, Toby. It is with a sense of great sadness. No, that sounds poncy.
Think simple, Toby. Think Aussie.
Yeah. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Stevens, I am very sorry to have to tell you that your son Oscar has been accidentally killed while flying.
How many's that now?
That's number 10, Les. All in camels.
7 years? You worked in a manor house for 7 years? Christ. If a mate in Sydney worked in a house that long, she'd think she owned the place.
They've been good to me. I get a whole day off once a month, and they always give me a bonus at Christmas. If you're not going to eat them chips, give them your...
One miserable day off a month? It's slave labour. Hand in your notice. There's plenty of work for women now. Munitions will pay a darn sight more than 4 and 6 a week, I'll bet. Or you could join the Women's Land Army. I'd like to see you in a pair of trousers.
Would you?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Anyway, you tell that tight-fisted old cow she can stick a job up her freckle.
Come in, number 7, your time is up! Where are you, for Christ's sake? Jeff! Come back, you mongrel bastard! I'm freezing to death down here. Who do you think you are, anyway? Baron von bloody Richthofen? Oh, lousy stinking pommy grog.
Talking to yourself, son.
Colonel what, sir?
Who's up in the Red Camel?
Lieutenant Rylands, sir.
Tell him I want him at Tetbury HQ tomorrow morning. Sparrowfart time. Feeling dry, were you?
Well, it helps keep out the cold, Colonel.
I see. Well, you can report to the cookhouse at Smoko and start peeling. That'll warm you up.
Bastard.
Excuse me.
What?
It's only me.
You again.
Do you mind signing for this?
Listen, kid, how many times do I have to tell you? Telegrams go to the adjutant's office. I told you that before. Now on your bike. He's back. About time, too. Off you go, kid. I've got things to do.
Right. Ta!
And try not to crash into the canteen, will you, Jeff?
And check the mounting, Vic. There's too much vibration there, if you ask me. Fractured fuel pipes I do not want.
The wire's all right.
Good, yeah.
Not too slack in the dive.
Just fine, Vic. You all right, mate? I tell you what, it's bloody cold up there. Enough to freeze the fluff off a wallaby's ass.
Right.
Quit thinking about Occy, Vic. You're not going to bring him back, you know. It was an accident, right? All right, Dick?
Right. Jeff.
Yeah?
I'm sorry, but the old man's been. He's got the pricker real bad. He wants to see you.
What?
First thing tomorrow, in his office.
Any idea what he wants me for?
You've been skimming his chimney pots, I reckon.
He saw me.
Come on, mate. In the Red Camel. You stick out like a shag on a rock.
That's me for the high jump, then. I tell you what, I'm as dry as a pommy's towel. Fancy a wet one?
No, thanks, mate. I've got things to do.
Please yourself. See you later, mate.
Right.
Excuse me.
Oh, not you again. I thought I told you to bugger off.
Sorry for being nuisance, like.
Could have been a German spy. Could have had you shot.
Excuse me for asking, like, but this aeroplane, is that the same one they had outside the sub rooms last Saturday?
No, kid. That was an Avro trainer with the 2 seats, see?
Why don't they all have 2 seats, then?
Why? Because they don't carry the extra weight, they go faster. So they shoot more Fokkers. A Fokker's a German plane, son.
Well, why don't that machine gun shoot the propeller off?
Because a Monsieur Constantinescu, that's a Frenchman, invented an interrupter gear so that all the bullets go between the blades. That's the idea, anyway, when it works.
What happens if it don't?
Well, then the pilot's Fokkered. Who's the telegram for?
Oh, right, Second Lieutenant Oscar Stevens.
That's one telegram you won't be delivering.
Why?
Because he can't read it, that's why.
Why can't he?
Who sent it? Give it to you. London, eh? It's probably some Sheila he met there on leave. I hope he had a good time while he was about it.
We've got to get it signed for.
I'll do it.
What's wrong with him, then?
He threw a 7.
Huh?
Fell out of the sky.
That's bad luck, like, without firing a shot.
What makes you think he never fired a shot? Ocky and me was at the Posier show before we came to this dump. And before that, he got a bloody medal for it, didn't he?
I didn't mean it like that. I was...
That's all right, kid. I didn't mean to rise on you. He was a good bloke, you know what I mean? He's flying a camel, and his wings buckled. 2 days ago, some stupid bastard friggin' rigger forgot to check his wires, and for that little mistake, a man is killed.
Another one for later today.
What's left of him? That field will be full of dead Aussies before it's all over, I reckon. I'll see the telegram gets passed on, no worry, son. Well, what are you waiting for?
I was thinking, I was wondering if there was a chance to have a ride in one of those.
A ride? Ha! That's a good one. No chance, mate. Besides, it's a mug's game.
There's a war on. You might as well have some fun while you can.
How old are you?
18.
Called up yet?
Any day now, then I'm off to fight Germans.
You're looking forward to it?
I'm bloody right.
Kill a few Germans, eh?
More than a few if I have my way.
Well, with any luck, it'll all be over by the time they've showed you how to twist a bayonet out of a German ribcage.
I hope not.
You want to get out there and do your bit, eh? You ever thought the German might be thinking the same as you? You ever thought? Keep your head down and never volunteer. That's my advice to you.
What about a go then?
What's your moniker?
Ernie Pope.
Ernie Pope. You're a sticky little cove, aren't you? No, it's too risky. I'm in trouble enough.
I'll pay you.
Will you?
I'll be getting a shilling a day soon.
A shilling? A shilling a day. Stroud, that's generous. Oh, I'll tell you what. You find me something worth drinking, something that doesn't taste like a dingo's dick, and I'll give you a flip. Be worth it.
Let's have a look. It's Nailsworth Brewery, sheep dip.
Get away.
We'd call it Shipbridge. They make that with dead rats.
Pull the other one, mate.
It's true, I'm telling you. You want something tidy like, do you?
Preferably without the rodents.
Well, I'll sort it out for you, but you've got to take me up, don't mind.
I was joking, for Christ's sake.
Backing out?
What do you take me for? All right then, kid. It's a deal then.
When?
Tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock. And put some warm clothes on. You'll freeze to death up there. I mean it.
Tomorrow, you sure?
Well, I said so, didn't I? Must be Harry Bonkers, but a digger always keeps his word.
Great.
Now skedaddle out of here before I change my mind.
True then.
And don't go skating about it. If anyone finds out, I'll be coming with you to shoot Germans. God, kid's like a drover's dog, all pricking ribs. Could do with some decent tucker by the look of him. The army must be desperate to want him. The British Empire must be on its last legs. No, they wouldn't put rats in the grog, would they? Would they?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Says here them Straders been pinching boots from tailors in the High Street.
There's your dinner, Dad.
Boots, Nil. Pinching boots. Says here, they came into Stroud to have a good time. A quantity of mixed drinks was found on them.
Bread?
3 on them.
And a smear of butter.
I'd give them mixed drinks, all right.
Have you a bit of stew now, Dad?
Too much money in them's pockets. That's the trouble.
Put that down. Have you a bit of grub now?
Nothing in the paper nowadays.
For it to cool.
What?
'Tis only a bit of knuckle I got from Mag's, this.
Any bread with it?
By your elbow.
Our Annie's still out.
Kept her up the manor, I expect. Oh, there you are, our Ivor.
Yeah, ma'am, you done them socks for
I sewed them up real good.
You can put a tin of Keatings in his bag. Don't want him fetching fleas home here again.
'Tis already in.
Keatings? That'll make I itch worse than the blinking fleas.
Up to the table now, get some of this down you.
What time you off?
Train goes 6:30 in the morning.
Nice bit of stew.
Are you all packed, Mother?
All packed. Bread?
Any butter?
By your elbow. And I put a new roll of bandage on the top, Ivor, in case you do want to change it.
Oh, doctor says I don't need no more bandage.
That doctor. Pushing you back a bit quick to my mind.
We've been into all that.
I've had me blighty, ma'am. Doctor says the leg's healed up now. Good enough, anyway. So, it's back to the front. That's it and all about it. Can't let all the others do the work, him says.
Can't you hang on a bit longer?
Do you want him shot, woman?
Ma'am, I'm coming back to you. Doesn't fret.
The boy can look after himself. Just make sure you got a bit of snap for the journey.
I put plenty of bake stones in your kit bag, Ivor.
Oh, ta, ma'am.
And a bit of bread and cheese and some pickle. Now, is that enough bake stones?
You're kicking up the dust, ma. Sit down, will you?
I can soon find a few more.
Come here, you soppy apeth.
No.
Oh, there'd be enough bake stones there to sink the ruddy Titanic.
Don't let that food get cold.
Anyone seen our Ernie?
Working, I expect.
He ain't delivering telegrams at this hour. He'll be up that hair drum with them Australias again. I told you, I told him, I told our Annie, I told all on you. Keep out of their way. They ain't no good. No bloody good at all.
Here she is, then.
Where you been?
Been to see Mrs. Legg.
What for?
To hand in me notice.
What's that?
I start down munitions first thing Monday.
Over my dead body.
'Tis no good, Dad. 'Tis done. No more scrubbing pots for me. There's a war on.
Remember what I said about that leg! Don't go lying down in any dirt now! Bye, Ivor!
Watch out for them bullets,
Sorry, mate, Vic. Had to see your Ivor off. Look what I got you. Best ale in Stroud.
Golden fluid. Smells good.
Best you'll ever get. Take a swig and find out.
No rats.
I say you, not cider.
Good on you, mate. Look, I thought I told you to wear some warm clothes. Never mind. You bung this on. Look, I'm supposed to be testing a fuel line for vibration. I'll be back in the trenches in no time if they thought I'd taken a pom with me. You put that on and tried to look like an air mechanic.
Which one's ours?
It's that Biff over there. Came over from Filton yesterday. Getting scared?
No, I ain't scared.
Listen, son. There's no shame in being scared. For Christ's sake, I'm scared. That's what keeps you alive. When you're out there, you remember that.
Completely spoiled the hunt. First of the season, ruined it. His lordship is livid.
You hear that, Captain? His lordship is livid. Some of our blokes have ruined his hunt.
They were there at His Grace's hunt by His Grace's personal invitation, sir.
By invitation, yes, but they weren't told to bring their bloody aeroplanes with them. We were all set for the off when three of your thingamies swooped down on us. The ladies started screaming, the Duke fell off his horse, and the hinds were scattered all over the estate.
You hear that, Captain Driscol? Frightening His Grace's dogs is a serious matter.
Hinds, Colonel.
Oh, hounds, of course.
Damn it all, man, it wasn't just the hinds, it was the horses. They frightened the horses.
Frightening the horses? That's just not cricket, is it, sir?
It's gross discourtesy.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
His Grace demands the names of those responsible.
Gonna send him back to the front, eh?
Damn good idea, if you ask me. And while we're on the subject, can you keep your men away from the females at the munitions factory? They've been dropping messages in the yard. It distracts them, holds up production.
Few of the boys, sir. No harm in it. As for His Grace's hunt, you'll forgive me, but where we come from, we tend to shoot foxes. It's quicker and easier that way, not so messy.
Excuse me, Mr. Beaumont. Captain, a word in your ear.
Now?
What the hell do you think you're playing at?
I had enough of that out there, Toby. While blokes lay on their stretchers, people like him look down their noses expecting a salute. I'm buggered if I'm going to put up with that bowler-hatted bastard. The war's just a chance for people like him to make some easy money. Nice little bolt holes they've got for themselves.
Be nice to him.
Do me a favour. Bloke's out there doing the dirty work while he sits there and whinges about his friggin' dogs.
Knock it off, Les.
Gonna send me back to the front? Good. Sooner the better. The air's cleaner out there. Too much bullshit in this atmosphere, if you ask me.
Now, look here, Captain.
Captain Driscol, outside and wait for me.
Sir!
You let your men talk to you like that, Colonel. Put him on a charge.
That might work with conscripts, Mr. Beaumont, but not with us. All our boys are volunteers.
Volunteers?
There were riots in Sydney when they tried to make it compulsory. All our boys are here because they want to be.
And so they should. So they should. Well, I've delivered my message, Colonel, so I'll be off.
You can tell His Grace I'll deal with it. Won't happen again.
I'm not sure His Grace will be happy with that.
They let off steam, Mr. Beaumont, to forget where they've been and where they've got to go back to. It's not a load of laughs out there. Know how long the average pilot lives once he's there? 9 days. Just 9 days. My boys gave up a lot to fight your war, Mr. Beaumont. Or if you've ever been down under, you'll know what they're missing.
From all I know about it, Colonel, Australia wouldn't suit me at all. We lead a quiet life here. Everything is as it should be. Everyone knows his place, and we want to keep it that way. Good day to you. Oh, and one more thing. Sunday flying, is it really necessary to practice on a Sunday? It upsets the congregation at badminton.
Good day, Mr. Beaumont.
His Grace was saying only the other day.
Take out Sundays? I can't give them enough flying time as it is. They might as well fight the Boche with blindfolds on.
I don't care for your attitude,
You don't
Colonel.
care Mr. Beaumont, I am an Australian. I don't have any manners. Good day now.
Well, really?
Captain!
Lieutenant Rylands is here, Toby.
Wheel him in then.
Come in, Jeff.
Sir, I'd like to apologise.
Sit down and shut up.
Sir.
Captain, I want you in on this too.
Sir.
I see you were born in Manly. I've got a little camp just up the coast from there, Bilgola. Know it?
Yes, sir, I do.
Good fishing, eh?
Sir.
When this is all over, I'm going back there. Going to spend the rest of my life on that beach. You looking forward to going home, Rylands?
Oh, you bet, sir.
Then what in God's name do you think you were doing, risking my life and yours by flying over my billet with a gnat's nuts to spare? Some sort of prank?
Sir, I was trying
You know Captain Driscol?
Sir?
Captain Driscol is an aeronautic genius. He's got the MC. He shot down more Hun than you've had hot dinners, and he's still alive. Now I wonder why. Captain, tell this young digger how many mechanics and cadets we've lost since we came here.
Must be well over 20 of them by now, I should think.
It's 23. Oh, compared with what's going on in France, it's a joke. But to me, it's 23 too bloody many. Look at this. I'm writing a letter to Lieutenant Stevens' mother and father. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Stevens, I regret to inform you that your son Oscar was accidentally killed yesterday after losing control of his aeroplane. He died instantly and suffered no pain. Well, that's a lie for a start. He had a good 3 minutes to contemplate his death. He was well liked by all who knew him here and would be sadly missed by his fellows, etc., etc. I am sick of writing these. You know, I'd rather be fighting Germans. Tell him how we survived out there, Les.
That was down to you. Safety first and all that.
I didn't ask for a eulogy, Captain. There's no parachutes out there, son, you know. Some desk-bound brigadier at the War Office reckons we're more efficient without them. That means it's just you, your machine, and whatever common sense you can cram between your ignorant Aussie ear holes keeping you alive. Oh, don't get me wrong, son. I'm a soldier and there's a war on. I don't care about you. I care about 2,000 quid's worth of aeroplane that's totally useless because someone took stupid risks in it. I'm putting you back on bumps and circuits till you learn that safety comes first.
Oh, sir.
And when you get back to your bunk, Rylands, sit down on it and say, I am a stupid, pig-ignorant Aussie dickhead. And repeat it over and over until you're sick of it, right?
I'm sorry.
It'll be too late for sorry when you're lying in a box with a flag draped over it. Les, didn't you used to do a spot of singing before the war?
I used to croak a fair old baritone in them days, if I say so myself. Gilbert and Sullivan, that sort of thing.
I reckon we got to show these Poms we're all on the same side. Make 'em laugh, even. A show, Les. We could raise a few bob for the war effort and really ingratiate ourselves. I'm not expecting Chu Chin Chow or Shaftesbury Avenue stuff. Let's have a bash, eh? You're in charge, Les. You'll be entertainments officer. And you can have our young friend here to help you out.
Me, sir?
And get hold of Darcy Jones. He's a sport. He'll put you right. I fancy a little troupe. Oh, end of the pier stuff, you know, just for a laugh. I want to see a show in 2 weeks. Now off you go, the pair of you. It's time for my cocoa.
Sir.
Toby, you've got to be
A fortnight, mate.
Tap the end of that in your ear hole.
What's it for?
So I can talk to you. Lift your ear flap and shove your end in.
All right.
You hear me now? Hold tight, cupboard. You feeling Jack, mate?
I couldn't see nothing.
Look below. Look over the side.
Christ, that's for you. I can see our house. That's our house, right on the top there. That's our house.
What's that? I can't hear you, mate.
See the smoke? Our mum's got a fire there.
I can't hear you. I give up.
That was our house. Help! We're falling.
Just a little air pocket.
Oh! Christ alive, my stomach's dropping out.
Hey, did you reach for the dunny paper there, mate?
Oh. Should have left off them bacon and eggs this morning. That's Stroud! That's Stroud down there! See the subrooms? See the station? There it is! Trains look like toyans!
How's the old ton now?
This is just bloody fantastic! I've never seen nothing like... There's Soundsley! See the mushman? See him, Vic? Whoa! The bloody hell are you doing now?
Duck, you bastard!
Look at him! Got your basket for him, woo-hoo! You bunch of baskets!
Gets them every time!
Oh, you never got away, man! In a basket chair! Comes a load at one! No baskets there! Oh, you never got her! My God, look at that!
See the Severn River? Over there!
That is flippin' lovely! I never seen nothing like it!
It looks like a silver snake, doesn't it?
Oh, see Framalode on the bend there? See the beach?
And turn right for Gloucester City!
Vic! Vic!
Hey, stop waving your arms about!
Vic!
What's the matter, mate?
I have to have a piss!
They be taking over the subrooms now. In aid of local and war charities and Australian Night's entertainment, the Flying Kangaroos present while the Billy Boyles. Flying Kangaroos, my backside.
Oh, I do like a nice concert. When's it on?
Listen to this. By special arrangement with the GWR, the last motor train on both evenings will leave Chalford at 10 p.m. for all stations to Stonehouse. They be running the railways now.
Well, us don't have to walk home then, Dad.
No, us don't, 'cause us ain't going. Concerts when there's a war on. I'd give 'em flying bloody kangaroos. Nothing in the journal these days. Any Scalbally with this?
By your elbow.
Where you been?
Up Jack's house.
What's that?
Up in the grass.
Nice bit of soup. Have it on it up.
We don't have language in this house.
You look famished. Where you been?
Flew to Gloucester and back.
Bit of nice fresh bread and butter.
Fresh loaf, eh? And butter with it.
Make the most of it. They're talking about rationing down at Mags's. Everything's hard to get, they do say. If I had half a pig's face, I'd make a nice pan of brawn. Can't get it. Meats are in short supply. What do you mean, you went to Gloucester?
Flew there, by aeroplane. There's nothing like it.
What?
Ernie, you didn't.
Have he got a screw loose? That's them Australians again, you stupid fool!
I'm old enough to go and fight, I'm old enough to please myself.
You're old enough to be a raving lunatic. Sooner you do get over to France, my boy, the safer you'll be. A letter comes this morning.
That's it then. Then what's I?
That'll put a stop to your gavorting.
Then once you when?
Friday at Bristol.
Friday? I shall have to make a load more bake stones then.
And I can fling them at the Germans.
Give it here then. Orfield Barracks, 12 o'clock. There's your railway warrant. Only go and get a bucket of coal in.
I haven't finished with...
Bucket of coal now!
Sooner I get to France, the happier I'll be.
He had to go sometime, Mother.
What for? He's only a nipper.
He's only on the reserve to start with.
They must be hard up, that's all I can say.
They're even looking for over 40s now, according to the journal. Could be my turn next.
Well, they've been never going to take thee.
What's that supposed to mean?
I only meant to say...
I don't want to send some of them Australians out there, instead of concerting over here. Now, come on, Mother, now, put a face on it now. Won't do him nor thee any good.
Dad, I got a nice drop of leaking tater.
Never mind that now, Mum. I got someone I want you to meet.
What?
Jeff, you can come in now.
What's that?
Visitors, oh dear.
Oh, free and hell. Oh, pleased to meet you, sir.
Will I roam when I'm heading right for home along the road to Gundargai?
1, 2, 3, oh.
Yeah, good on you, Les. Brings tears to your eyes.
Yeah, you could try opening your mouth a little wider, Les.
Oh, you reckon, Darcy?
Right. Well, must be on the way. Keep up the good work, Darcy.
Yeah, you betcha, Toby. All right, once more from the top, Les. 1, 2, 3, 4.
There's a track winding back to an old-fashioned shack along the road to Gundargai.
Trousers? Women in trousers? That what they teach you down that factory?
Them's easier to work in than dresses down to your ankles.
Ankles? I can remember when ankles was a dirty word. What's the country coming to? First they got women doing the men's jobs, now they be putting them in trousers. I'll say it once, I'll say it again. A woman's place is in the home. It's that pancreas woman in London started all this. Suffrage? Oh, I'd make them suffer all right. And that Australian of yours, whatever his name is, he got a lot to answer for.
His name's Jeff, Dad, and it was right. I get 7 and 6 a week now. That's 3 shillings more than they pay up the manor, and I'm doing my bit for the war effort, just like our Ivor and our Ern. And it gets paid overtime.
Overtime? What's this new word you got hold of? Overtime? You work till the job's finished. That's what you to do. And you stay with them as looks after thee, as gives thee regular employment. Wouldn't catch I leaving me job. What? 25 years them's paid my wages up at the manor and put food in your belly, my gal, and don't you forget it.
Pie and taters, Dad.
Where's that bit of bacon then?
You got pie. That's what's for you.
I'll give you bloody pie. Too good for us since you've been eating with him. And you can change out of them trousers in this house. I won't have it, do you hear me? I will not have it. Thee knows where I'll be when that bit of bacon's ready.
Oh, you ain't never gonna cook that for him.
Course I am. If that young man of yours do look after thee like he have looked after I, then you'll know you got something.
Oh, you may be Australian, man, but him's a proper gentleman.
Oh, is he, my wench? And how long will that last? Man, who'd have him? When I married your father, he was a gentleman, used to speak. Now I'm lucky to get as much as a grunt out of him. I'd get more grunts out of that there peg out the back. Oh, what be that now?
Come and see. It's Jeff, man. What? That's his airplane. It's John.
No, don't you go out there. Oh,
dear. Look, Mum. Look what him to drop. Drop me a letter from his airplane.
Oh, he's postman as well, is he?
Dear Miss Pope.
Miss Pope, indeed.
Lieutenant Geoffrey Rylands requests the pleasure of your company on Saturday next at the Stroud subscription rooms at 7:40 p.m. to witness the Australian concert party, the Flying Kangaroos.
I give him flying bloody kangaroos if I catch him. Having a quiet read, and he comes right over the privy. Missed it by half an inch. You can't even have a decent... nowadays.
At least you're in the right place, Dad, weren't you?
Lord help us, your bacon will be burnt to a frazzle.
There's a track winding back to an old-fashioned shack along the road to Gundargai, where the bull gums are growing, the marron bitch is flowing beneath that sunny sky. My daddy and mother are waiting for me, and the pals of my childhood once more I will see. Then no more will I roam when I'm heading right for home alone.
Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we take you all the way to Western Australia, to a gold mining camp. It is August 1914. Across the seas, 12,000 miles away. Thank you. In a tin pot town called Sarajevo, a single pistol shot signals the start of a skirmish that will set Europe alight. And the winds of change will fan the flames to an inferno that only courage can put out. Who wrote this rubbish?
Dad, this telegram have come for you. Come to the house.
Give it here.
What's it say? Dad?
Ivor! This is the great adventure, folks. Never let it be said that Australia didn't give her all. England expects that we colonials should fight to the last man and the last shilling. But when we all go back home, beaten, bloody, but unbowed, well, maybe not all, and maybe not all in one piece. But the kookaburra will still be laughing in the old gum tree, the cicadas will still be chirping, the waratah will be waving, and there's sure to be a keg of something if you're feeling dry. Yes, indeed. Australia will still be there.
You all right?
Yeah.
You've gone quiet.
Oh, don't seem right. All that laughing and shouting. What about the ones who, like our Ivor?
Try and forget. We won, that's something.
Our Ivor didn't win. Our Mam will never forget, that's for sure, never. Neither will I.
She's got you and Ernie.
What was it for, Jeff?
What?
The war. What was it for?
I wouldn't know.
Why'd you join up then? It was not even your country.
The bugles of England were blowing over the sea, as they had called 1,000 years, calling now to me. They woke me from dreaming in the dawning of the day. The bugles of England, and how could I stay?
I didn't know Australians wrote poetry.
There's a lot you English don't know about us.
Sorry I spoke.
I want to go home. You're coming with me, Annie.
Jeff!
It's over. I want to show you my country.
Why? What's so good about it?
The weather, for a start.
Mm.
And there's space for us out there. Come and live in the lucky country, Annie, and we can say up you to all the warmongering politicians, and all the generals who stayed safe behind lines, and all the profiteers who made a fortune out of death and destruction, and all those bastards in bowler hats who'll forget what we did and try to stop us doing what we want.
Don't tell me any more, Jeff.
Why?
Because Australia's a long way from Stroud, and I don't want to know about it.
Well, I'm taking you there, get me? You're my girl, you're coming home with me.
Oh, the flaming cheek of it. And what if I don't want to go?
Oh, come on, don't say that. We'll get married, here if you like, and then live over there.
I got a better idea. Why don't we get married over here and live over here?
No.
Why not?
This weather, for one thing.
We get plenty of sunshine in Stroud.
And what about all the other crap you have to put up with? Out there, you take people for what they are. You don't have Lord and Lady Muck telling you when you can take a leak. You don't have people telling you what you can do or what you can't do. It's every man for himself.
What about the women?
The women stand by their men.
Oh, I'll have to think about that one.
I can do good for you out there, Annie. Believe me, I can.
There's a joke going around the factory. A girl called Nancy goes out every Saturday night with one of your mates from round here, sowing her wild oats. And every Sunday morning she goes to chapel to pray for crop failure.
That's a good one.
Yes, that's a good one for you men to laugh over, isn't it? Nice joke that is, down the fleece on a Saturday night.
Oh, I gotta go. What's the time? Christ almighty, our dad'll murder me.
If he says anything, show him this.
Oh.
All you got to do is name the day.
Oh. I don't know what to say now. Proper flummoxed. Oh, it's a beauty, this one.
I got it backing horses.
What?
Yeah, right through the jeweller's window.
Don't make me laugh.
Well then?
Well, what?
Well, will you or won't you?
I already have, haven't I?
I meant, will you come back with me?
I know what you meant. God, we got things the wrong way round, haven't us?
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know how they do things down under, but round here, a man's supposed to give a girl the ring first.
I thought men all over the world did things down under more or less the same way.
Oh, Jeffrey Rylands, whatever have I landed myself with?
100% Australian, Annie. Well, with maybe a little bit of Irish on me mum's side.
Oh, I knew there was something wrong with you.
The war's over. Time for some fun now.
Oh, our dad'll give me fun if I don't get home.
Australians, who with their band kept up a lively din until the small hours. Tried to set Tetbury on fire, they did. Looting petrol down Long Street, I calls it bloody disgusting, I
It's
does.
only a bit of fun, Dad.
Fun? Fun? How can you talk about fun when your brother's lying in some field in France and our Ernie coughing his guts up in Standish? You got some growing up to do, my wench. 'Tis time you started now.
Oh, don't go on, Dad. You'll only make yourself ill.
I'm off out. 'Tis time they went back home to the savages.
Where was you, my girl, on Armistice night, eh?
Ma'am,
out enjoying yourself, was you? Well, I hopes you knows as what you be up to. By rights, you should have come to Standish to see our Ern with your dad and me, not galvanising all over with them Australias. He's your brother, and he's had a bad time. That's a nasty cough he's got. Oh, them filthy, filthy Germans.
Oh, Ma'am, you can't be
I lost my boy. I can't understand it. Why? I know I have to put a face on it, but he was my first. Our Ivor was still just a nipper. When you have babies of your own, you'll know all about it.
Oh, Ma'am.
Thank God I still got thee in our Ern.
Ma'am, I got something to show you.
Now, I got a nice bit of griskin tops with some stuffing left. Of that with a drop of gravy. You ain't thinking of leaving me, are you?
Ma'am. Jeff give me...
Not to thank them up at the farm for this bit of meat. Your dad's right. Them have been good to us.
Yes, Ma'am.
You know you can trust people like that. Gentlemen they be. They know what's best for us. Oh, watch out for that Australian, my wench, it will break your heart. Nice enough lad, but him's got his own country and you got yours, and that's it. Chalk and cheese. Don't go getting any ideas, my wench, understand me?
Yes, Ma'am.
At least they don't need to go flying them machines no more.
No, Ma'am.
'Twas never right. If God had wanted us to fly, he'd have given us wings.